I'm okay with making mistakes, and you know, if you don't try, you never actually know. You can literally learn how to be a business major and but if you don't do it, shut up.
The definition of success, and for you, it's the experience. You were talking about, like, I want to have an experience and then the money will come. What does it feel to break a world record, bro?
I mean, man, you know, I would.
CEO InMotion. CEO InMotion. CEO InMotion. CEO InMotion.
Alright guys, here we are at one more episode of CEO InMotion and InMotion to Succeed. I'm with my friend Micah right here, CEO and co-founder of Fight
or Quit.
Or Quit. There we go, my friend. And tell us about the clothing, tell us about the brand, tell us about the gym. We're gonna get straight into it. And we're here on the strip in Las Vegas.
What's up, guys? My name is Micah Marino, co-CEO of Fight or Quit brand, Fight or Quit gym. We also host powerlifting events. Founded the brand in 2017, and we can get into deeper of how we did that. We are a clothing company out here in Las Vegas. We are an online store as well. We do coaching. We have a powerlifting gym where we have all types of athletes who break world records and do all that good stuff. And we host some of the biggest powerlifting meets in the United States, around the country. That's awesome. So if you guys can't tell, man, this guy knows his stuff, man. He looks it, he preaches it, and he's actually taking action. So we're gonna get to know you, Micah. We were just talking about, you know, success, and I really like what you were saying earlier before about, you know, the definition of success, and for you, it's the experience. You were talking about, like, I want to have an experience and then the money will come. Tell us about, like, your, you know, your journey. Yeah, so I mean, growing up with little money, you know, being poor and not doing a lot of cool things, so getting into a position where I'm in now, where I have the opportunity to have some freedom, but also the most important thing is to not chase dollar signs. I mean, again, that's always something that is cool, is to have money and to have cool things, but at the end of the day, for me, it's an experience to do cool things for people, to where they can, you know, a gym where they can call home, or a family, a community, cool apparel that people can wear and you can watch them wear it, and it's just a cool feeling. But I think for me, success is measured by the amount of things you're doing versus the amount of money you're making. And I think at the end of the day, the money will come if you're continuing to be successful in the field you're in, and also being happy in doing that, you know.
I love how you're talking about, like, the actual experience, and you take a lot of pride in your brand and the clothing and people. You were just sharing with me how you come down here to the strip, hand out a couple of shirts, then people started talking about the brand, then they buy it, they share it with their friends. And I always think about money as, it just gives me options.
Yeah,
like
that.
If I only have like $5, then there's very few places that I can go get a, you know, a meal, right? If I have $20, all right, then now my options, you know, have widened. You know, if I have $100, they may be most of the places I could eat, but maybe not some of these fancy restaurants.
Yeah.
And so, exactly. So I'm looking around, like, Vegas could be expensive for some of these meals. $100 is not enough, but that's what it is, and it just gives you options. And as you're growing in your brand, you get to experience different things, travel, meet people. So tell me about how, you know, starting up a gym. What is that like?
I mean, for us, it's a little bit different because we're not your typical, you know, gym where it's like, you know, you have EOS or your commercial gyms. We are a private powerlifting gym. And we only have powerlifters in our gym, so we limit our members. We limit the amount of people that can walk through the door, not because we're biased to bodybuilders, CrossFitters, or regular people who are like, not regular people, but people who are like, want to go to the gym just on a regular basis. You know, we want people that are training for the same goal, so that the community that comes into the place, everyone is on the same page, you know. And that's powerlifting, because that's what I love. I grew up doing it, started powerlifting in 2007, did my first powerlifting meet. I've done over 40 powerlifting meets. So when we have that same goal, from me, whether I'm a world record holder or you have never competed before but you want to compete, you can feed off me and I can feed off you, and we can create a ton of urgency.
You can keep going. That one turned off. I don't know why.
A ton of, you know, hype and intenseness. You know, that's why we limit our memberships. What does limit the amount of income we could possibly make, but it creates such a cool community, and that's one thing that if you get the opportunity to come to Fight or Quit on a Monday night, you can feel what I'm talking about.
Oh, that's so awesome. So it's only for power lifters. So people that are there, you know, big legs, big trunks, big, you know, to me, like, that's such an amazing, because when I was checking out your Instagram, I was like, my God, this is like unbelievable, the kind of stuff that you guys do. But you didn't start like that. So tell me about, like, when did you decide, you know what, I'm gonna do this? Did you have skinny legs before? Were just naturally strong playing football?
Yeah, I mean, I've always been pretty skinny. Growing up playing sports, I played hockey, so I've always had like the athletic background. And then my dad was a powerlifter as well, so when he started powerlifting, when he powerlifted, I kind of noticed that, man, this is cool, looks cool. But I've always been in decent shape, you know, where sometimes people think powerlifter, they think big guy, kind of fat, kind of out of shape, but that's kind of changed in 2024. A lot of people are in shape, jacked, strong, look like, you know, a mixture of CrossFitters / bodybuilders, but that's kind of always been my thing, where being able to just look good, feel good, and then I've just somehow got strong and kept being strongest. I was, you know, strongest in my class, strongest in the state, you know, I've broken world records, you know, I don't do it anymore, I'm 33, I'm old, you know, technically. I mean, people say you're not old, but I'm like, in the powerlifting world, yes, I'm old. I've been doing it since 2020, you know, 2007.
What's the peak for that world? Like what year?
I mean, it just depends on when you start. You know, for me, I started as a kid. You know, I started lifting weights at 12 years old. So
okay, so
yeah,
you're talking about kid.
I've been doing it for, you know, I mean, I'm 33 now, so I'm not very good at math, but I've been doing it for tons and tons of time. And knee surgery, I've had 2 knee surgeries, torn a bunch of muscles, and I think with that, it allows me to continue to understand that at any moment this can be taken away from you. And I've had it taken away from me. I've had business, you know, I've had things being taken away from me, and being able to just kind of like, how do I respond? How do I adapt? And how do I continue to just keep going forward? I think that's what makes me, at least for me, who I am. And when I get the moments that I can cherish, I make sure they count, and I try to make the most of every moment I can have.
What about, like, I mean, you're talking about getting actually injured. Like, there's gotta be a certain mentality to know that you potentially could get injured, then getting injured, and then still your mind says, you know what, I want to get up, I'm gonna fucking do it again, I'm gonna go for it.
Yeah, you gotta have that dog mentality, that's for sure. I mean, and that's just how powerlifting is. You know, I put it this way, and it's funny because if you've been inside my gym, like while I'm training, everyone's watches me as I lift, and they're like, oh, it's so scary watching you lift, because we know you've been hurt and you know we battle a lot of injuries. But and you'll hear me say stupid things like, hey, today I'll be getting ready to, you know, deadlift 800 pounds, and I'll be like, hey, today's the day I tear my quad, like literally right before I do it. And I'm just like, psychologically, I'm trying to
like manifest it.
Yeah, I'm like trying to trick myself that I'm gonna be okay. But you know, I think, and that's with any sport, you know, football, any intense sport, like going into whatever you're doing, you potentially could get hurt no matter what you do. So I think just kind of having that, like, I'm going to do the best that I can, and if something happens, I have to figure out how to respond to that. And I think with every injury I've gotten, because actually when I moved here in 2015, I did a powerlifting meet, broke a bunch of world records.
So
then
cool.
then I tore my knee, and I was out here in Vegas trying to find doctors, you know, trying to get knee surgery. I had 1 knee surgery on a knee, and then I came back, and I was training for one of the biggest powerlifting meets in the world, $40,000 payout. And a couple weeks before the event, I did the same injury onto my other knee. So it took me 5 years to come back from those injuries. So
so that's big.
So yeah, it took me time, but in that time, I wasn't the athlete anymore. I decided to be the coach, and I decided to start a brand, and I decided to use everything that I have of my knowledge of like what I've learned through injuries, and not in school, just basically being in the streets. When I say in the streets, it means the gym and stuff like that. I learned things in ways of how I can now, maybe my time's up for the actual strength part of it, but now I can teach, and now I can do cool things that is going to make me feel a little bit better for myself, and I'm also helping other people, you know.
Did you ever powerlift with your dad, or like did you guys ever compare records?
I mean, I'm way stronger than him, and he knows it. But he was a bigger guy though. My dad was 6'2", or 6 foot, you know, 240. You know, at my biggest, I've been 210 at 5'5". So, but I mean, that's just with times. You know, times change. technology gets better, coaching gets better, supplements get better, diets get better. So, back then my dad's 65, 60 plus, so they didn't have programs or coaches. They just went in and got crazy. And now, it's totally different. But I mean, I wouldn't really say we compared numbers, because by the time I was, I don't know, 22, I was already stronger than him.
But did he encourage you? Did he hey,
yeah, no,
did you ever go to the gym with your dad?
Yeah, we've had some sessions. He's been out here,
cool.
He comes out here every once in a while. We'll train at the gym, and he's also dealt with a lot of injuries as well. Shoulder surgery, but he's also had he's a construction worker at the zoo back in St. Louis. So he's been, however many 30-40 years of just hard labor, so that's his body's tore up too. Yeah. I mean, he's still jacked. He's 65, 210, still in good shape.
That's good.
He doesn't look like your typical 65-year-old. You know what I mean? He looks probably late 40s or early 50s. So
that's a lifetime of dedication. So let's talk on the business side. Like when you started your business, walk me through like finding the gym, getting a partner, coming up with the idea, the concept, like what, how did it all come together?
Yeah, I think trying to, me and my partner, we always, she wanted a gym, I wanted a brand, I did coaching, so we kind of got like, being in Vegas, we were like, going to gym, and we were figuring out like what we didn't like and what we did like, and then finally, we were just like, what if we just tried to do it ourselves? So in 2017, we started our clothing company, just doing it right out of the house, right in the garage, screen printing, doing all that, and eventually we just got too big, and we're like, we need a warehouse, and this was the hustle side of me. It was like, I don't want to pay for a building when I can do it in the garage.
Yeah.
So why not
maximize that dollar at the beginning?
Exactly. So why not open a gym, and then if the members pay for the building, it's basically a free building. So, and that's kind of how we look at it right now. Is we don't really make money off memberships. If we do, some months, cool, then we buy a new machine or whatever. But for us, it's mainly how do we get to have a free building, a free playground is what I call it, to where we could do apparel, photo shoots. Hopefully one day we start a podcast, all that stuff under one umbrella, and it's free because the members pay for the building, so that's always been I'm like,
did you guys buy the building, or
no, we rent, yeah, no way, yeah, we rent it right now, but I just mean they pay the rent basically.
Right, so you have a building where you can utilize to yourself for free.
Yeah, basically a 7,000 square foot building where
yeah, that's a good deal.
Where, hey, the members pay it, and they have a place to call home, and they can get crazy and have fun, and it's definitely not your typical gym. You walk in, it's grungy, it's crazy. We get swearing, and that's why sometimes there'll be people that walk in off the street because we're in a plaza, whatever, and they're coming in, and they're like. And they know, like, oh man, this is like, I mean, we have girls there that deadlift 600 pounds,
What?
Yeah,
that's
like,
crazy, yeah.
And then, we have a girl that benches 375. We have multiple girls that bench or squat over 500 pounds, multiple girls. And then, and then we have girls and guys that have never competed before, but they get to be around that, and they just have gotten so much better over the years since we've opened. We opened like right when COVID started.
The energy, I can imagine the energy in that room.
Yeah, it gets pretty crazy on a Monday night. It feels like it's almost like overwhelming. I have LED lights around the gym that just kind of like light, those little strips that kids put in their room. I just strip those around the gym. We get crazy. We turn the music up. My neighbors hate us, but it's all good. You have weights,
it's like a little party.
Yeah, I mean, and it's not your typical gym, man. It's crazy. But on the business side of it, that's how I thought, and we started the apparel is kind of like, if we open up a gym, there's more opportunities for people to buy the swag at the gym. You know what I mean? If day passes, I mean, we're in Las Vegas. People want to come to Vegas, and what do? They still train. So we get a ton of day passes. Now, we're not close to the strip, which is okay, because I don't want to be too close to the strip, because then members don't really want to drive down here. But
very true.
But still, we're a 12-minute drive from the strip. So remember, when people come here on day passes, then when they buy swag, they buy a day pass, and they train, and they get to have a good time. And so that's kind of how the building was like, we need a building so we could have all these things to do under one umbrella.
So if someone's training and they're, you know, traveling into Vegas, they can just go into your gym,
train
for one day,
Yeah.
one weekend, whatever it is, train, and then you can also additional income by, you know, supplements or whatever,
Yes.
clothing,
Yep.
anything from your brand.
Yeah, they'll come in and buy a t-shirt. I mean, people want to support, you know, if they're there. I mean, that's the thing with Vegas. It's like people come here to have a good time, spend money, and I mean, people save. That's the thing. Like we're fortunate enough to live here, but I feel like people save for a whole
Just to
year
be here.
to be here for that weekend. So
That's true,
you know,
man.
they want to come and they'll spend money or whatever, gamble, have a good time, you know. And then when they come, we try to, you know, I try to make sure, hey, you know, thank you for coming to my gym. There's multiple gyms to pick here, so what I usually do is, hey, I'll give you a discount on any apparel you want. You don't have to pay shipping. You can get it
You're
right
already
here.
here. That's brilliant.
You're here, and I'll give you a discount on it, so you can go back home and let everybody know that you're a walking billboard, basically, for Fight or Quit, you know?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How did you come up with the name? And I see the logo.
Yeah, so honestly, the name was kind of tough. We knew it was going to have something in there that said fight. And it's funny because so many people think that we're a boxing gym. So we'll get people that call us like, yeah, Fight or Quit. I'm like, nah, man, we're fighting the weights, not each other. So I mean, we do get in arguments, but you know, it was tough. You know, growing up, knowing that I had moments where it was corny, call it what you want, but you either had to fight or quit kind of thing. So, you know, and it's funny because my middle brother, Jacob, he has a tattoo on his shoulder that's a fist that he got when he was, you know, I don't know, 18, 19, that says basically like something like never stop fighting kind of thing. So that kind of clicked to us, and we were just bouncing names back, you know, fight or flight, fight or this, and then we just kind of said, yo, what about Fight or Quit? And it ringed, and it made sense. And we put it this way: there's a reason why our logo is a claw and it's not a lifting person, because we don't want our brand to just limit on lifting weights, because Fight or
I
Quit
love
could
that.
mean anything.
It's a
Like,
mentality.
yeah, like you know, that guy right there had to fight to wake up to go to work or whatever, or to go to the gym, or if you're trying to lose weight, or if you're just trying to do better in your job or your relationship or your mental health, like
The struggles that everybody goes
I mean,
through.
every day, yeah. So Fight or Quit literally means anything, you know. It means every day, you know, whether it's a kid battling cancer or, you know, a grandma who's trying to just have a good time and wake up, like she still has to fight, you know, every day, you know. So that's why we have shirts that say like never stop quitting. We have shirts that say like fuck quitting, you know, fuck pain, like, you know, basically it kind of gives that like aggressive vibe of like there's no choice but to continue to try hard and just keep trying hard and fighting, and you know, just fight. Like I think I have I will never fight, or I'm sorry, I will never quit, or yeah, I can't remember what it says. I have fuck humble tatted on me, which is
That's
funny.
awesome.
Self-made, you know, a lot of I even have the claw on me.
Yeah, the clothes pretty sick, and
yeah.
I see it on your clothing and everything. Did you have a graphic designer, or you just had the idea?
So with the claw kind of thing, my partner on that, she found we were kind of looking at things. We're like, we want to do something crazy that doesn't stand out about lifting weights. So we're like, Fight or Quit, claw, like logo. And we had our mentors at the time. They used to own a clothing company, big clothing company called Feed Me, Fight Me. They sold it.
Feed Me, Fight Me?
Yeah, so it was along the lines of something like that, and they kind of helped us figure out how to the right steps to start a clothing company. And they were a huge company. And
so you've had some mentors.
Yeah. I mean,
being
being in the sports, and so 2007, I was able to, after breaking world records, I was, you know, in social media, I was able to meet a lot of people that I could like ask questions to. You know, even in Vegas, there's guys like Stan Efferding, who's a big guy in the industry, who I talk to a lot. Guys like Mark Bell. These are names that are huge names in the brand, in the fitness world, that I could literally text, be like, hey, what are your thoughts on this? Tell me, am I stupid? Are we making the right choice? And sometimes they'd
That's
be
so
like,
cool to have access to these people,
Yeah,
and bounce ideas and get their feedback.
very fortunate from that, and you know, just being able to have conversations and not being afraid of like failing. I think that's for me at least. I don't care to fail. I don't care to hurt feelings. My thing is and when I say hurt feelings, like I could easily make a mistake and just like at least I tried, you know what I mean? Like, so many people, I think that they don't try something because they're scared to fail, and then they never know. Like,
and if they do fail, they stay in that self-pity, man.
Yeah.
They stay in that hole. They're like, I should have done that. I embarrassed myself. People told me that I shouldn't have done this. People told me that I should have invested in this. People told me I wasn't gonna lose the weight. I wasn't gonna break the record.
Yeah.
And the people live in that self, negative loop. It's sort of like an echo chamber of negativity.
Exactly.
And they can't fucking bounce out. And that's why, you always gotta teach the mentality. So I like how you started your brand thinking about the mentality of it.
Yeah, I mean,
it ended up being a catchy name.
Yeah.
But you wanted to have like the mentality. Okay, listen, we gotta fight or quit.
Yeah, we have a shirt that says get comfortable with being uncomfortable, and then it says fuck comfort on the front. And I think that's something that has always, like, I'm never really uncomfortable, but I'm in always uncomfortable like situations where it's like, I have no choice. Like, I'm okay with failing. Like, I'm okay with fucking up. I'm okay with making mistakes. And if you don't try, you never actually know. Like, even in the gym, if you don't try, if I want to deadlift, and it's like, well, have you ever tried it? No, I don't want to get hurt. Okay, well then shut up. Like, until then, shut up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, most people try to avoid pain and then make their decisions based on aversion.
Yeah, I'm the opposite. I'll chase it, I'll get hurt, and I'll figure a way out to recover.
The Marines have a saying that's embrace the suck.
Yeah.
Like, it's gonna suck.
Yeah.
So you have no option. It can suck and you can, hate it, or it can suck and you can embrace it. But, know. And so it's just, it's a very, very cool thing that I learned from a couple of my friends who were Marines. And I gotta ask you, what does it feel to break a world record, bro?
I mean, man, I say this lightly because, like, the times have changed and social media has just become so... Powerlifting, when I was doing it, wasn't what it is now.
How has the sports changed?
Like, let's say, for example, in 2015, I broke some world record. That's kind of when Instagram was just that's when Instagram was 15 seconds long, there was no reels, there was no views, and it was just likes,
Yeah, it was just the pictures and a little 15 seconds.
15-second video. I remember trying to deadlift 700 pounds fast enough to where it would fit in the 15 seconds. Like, if I had to do 3 of them, like, I got 15 seconds I could post on Instagram. And I think that's where most of my, like, following came from, is obviously social media, Facebook. But I say it as that, I think the sport grew just because social media grew, right? So now, I mean,
like, more awareness.
Yes, like, when I broke records, the records that I broke right now in 2015, there's cats like, right now I'm in the, if my record technically would probably be, now you have, powerlifting's weird, so it's you have 3 lifts. You have squat, bench, deadlift, right? You get 3 attempts in each of them, 3 squats, 3 benches, 3 deadlifts, and then they take your highest lift of all 3, put it together, and you have a total, right? Okay. And then they have weight classes. So
this is perfect. Okay.
Yeah, so in the weight classes of 165, like, my total at one point in 2015 was the highest total across the entire world in that weight class. Now that total, like, top 20 now. There's 20 other people that are that much better, which is crazy because that was, less than 10 years ago. Where
it goes back to what you were saying: nutrition, coaching, like, all the enhancements, whatever it is that makes people, like.
Which also, it's like, I think just more athletes are coming out because social media, like, people are being able to start brands because they're good. They're good at what it's just like, football, all that, but it's like
they're after
powerlifting is becoming bigger than what it was. It's not CrossFit, it's not bodybuilding, but it's and I'm a part of one of the biggest powerlifting meets on, that's, powerlifting's also weird because you have drug tested and then you have non-tested, just like bodybuilding. So on the non-tested side, we host a meet called the American Pro, which is like one of the biggest powerlifting meets on the non-tested side in the world. Like, we had multiple world records broken last year, and
where do you guys meet?
What do you mean?
Like you said, you guys have a meet?
It's a powerlifting meet, so we invite all the, there's a like certain, you have to be good enough just to get invited. It's a pro meet, you know. We paid out $50,000 last year to the athletes. Like if you win, if you break world records, you know, like we had a girl deadlift. She's actually one of my friends. She lives here in Vegas. She deadlifted. Her name's Brianni Terry. She deadlifted 641 pounds.
Wow.
We had a girl, Hunter,
crazy,
Christy
man.
Hawkins, all these girls squatting almost 700 pounds, you know what I mean? Benching nearly 400, like guys squatting 1,000. We have a guy pull 1,078, like it's crazy, you know. And being able to be a part of that too now is cool, because now once upon a time I was the athlete.
And now you're coaching,
I'm able to be the promoter to host this event, you know. So, but that's just like when I was there was no meet like this. There was an opportunity to blow up overnight. Like you win the American Pro or you win USAPL Nationals, you're gonna gain like 5,000 to 10,000 followers that week. You know what I mean?
Because people are just gonna be
they're following you, they like you, and they wanna these younger generations, TikTok, all that stuff. They want to be like that guy. So it's just like LeBron James. I'm gonna do what he's doing.
Are you monetizing your social media?
I mean, I probably could do better, to be honest. But I mean, we have, you know,
if you have over 100,000 followers, you know, you should be like monetizing your audience either.
Yeah, I mean, I have, you know, I do my best. I mean, because I have so many pages though. We have the gym page, we have my personal page, which I'll be honest, right now I'm kind of the point where my personal page, like, I push it, but like it's now almost like I don't have to be the athlete, I don't have to be strong, I can kind of just be goofy and fun. And I really want to grow our brand page and our gym page, so I put a lot more. Right now I just post like videos of me lifting weights. Like it's finally like a point where I'll do some educational stuff or some talking stuff, or we have events, you know, throw up some stuff on that. But mainly it's like, how do I involve, I'm trying to almost pull myself out of the picture and put more into the brand and the other people, and trying to help them to grow and become, because I feel like if it's for me, I've been selfish my whole life where it always has been about me, and now it's about me too, but it's about the brand first, which still is about me. But if I can do some cool stuff where, like in our photo shoots, it always used to be me, now it's like I have different people. If I need to be in it, I will be in it. But it's like, how can I benefit but not always make it about me and me being the face and being, sometimes I have to be, which is okay. I don't mind to be. I'm not scared to talk in front of people. I don't care if you're the president or I don't matter. But for me, it's like how I want to create growth in other people as well. So, you know, how do I do that? And it can't be, you know, that's why sometimes on my main page, I'm just like, I'm just posting lifting videos, and every once in a while I'll post a picture. Like, it's kind of it's like stress-free, to be honest. But
yeah,
you know,
the personal page should be stress-free. I'll share my experience. So I have the business with the mobile billboards and different things like that, and I had a personal page, but I only had like 1,000 people, man. And I asked that question at the beginning of my coaching. I hired some coaches for Instagram, and I was like, should I grow my business, which is really what makes the money and the brand, or work on myself? And what they told me was very interesting. They said, grow the personal brand because people want to follow you for who you are and for what you build. Yeah. Because eventually my business could go over, it could get bought out, it could get whatever. But whatever you do, you can take that audience with you. Yeah. And I think, you obviously are this magnet to people. You've made the accomplishments, but you have the personality, and you just like you said right now, you can just talk, you have no issues, you have a mentality. And so whatever is this business, or 5 years down the road you decide to have a different business, or 5 years down the road you have to decide something else, people will want to follow you. So that was the advice that I received, that I just want to like share that with you, that as you continue to build your brand and your clothing and taking yourself out of it, now that people are following you, man, like you're the fucking star of the show, it doesn't mean that it's got to be all about me. It could be that, hey, listen, I'm gonna talk about, like you said, education. I can talk about the struggles of owning the business, or the successes of owning a business, because eventually, and I'll tell you this other secret, people buy with their emotions.
Yeah.
So you connect with them emotionally, and they'll buy whatever the fuck you sell.
Yeah, I think that's, you know, you hit it right on the head, because like at the gym, I think the reason why people buy into the gym so much is because how many gyms do you go to the owner is not there? Well, I'm always there. I'm always cheering for them. I know every single one of our members' names.
That's
every
key.
time I walk into the gym, I hug them. I dab them up. I ask questions. How's their, you know, how's your wife? How's your baby? How's your side girlfriend? How, you know, what? How?
So you have stuff that you know about them. You make it personal. So to me, that's what I wanted to, you know, for us to be, you know, sitting here and really get to know like about the person who's behind the brand. Because eventually, people look at the car, look at the podcast, and eventually, for whatever reason it is, maybe you become so successful in your branding or your clothing that you sell it out, and then what? Yeah. You know? And so that's why, that's the advice that was given to me, and so then I started betting on myself, and you know what ended up happening is that the more followers I started getting and the more engagement I started growing in my personal brand, the more I could push down to the businesses. Yeah. So, you know, if I want to write a book and sell it, like now I have a personal audience, whereas nobody that's, you know, doing marketing for the trucks wants to read my book, because that doesn't matter, but they want to read it if it's mine. Yeah. Just like they want to
support you, you know.
Correct. And the same way it goes for you. Whatever you end up, you know, moving out in the future and putting out there, people buy with their emotions and they connect with the individual. So I wouldn't discard the focusing on your personal as well, and even the silly stuff. It's what fucking people love, because it makes you a real human. You're not every video you have to break a record. Not every video do you have to like hurt yourself and show off. Like it could be really the personal stuff. It could be like a thank you thing. It could be like you said, highlighting a member of the gym. It could be the launch of a new product. Hey, I'm very excited. You know, I worked so hard on this new product that's coming out in March 1st. Guys, I would love your support. You know, throw a like, a comment, and a share. If you're not able to buy it, let me know. I'll give you, you know, whatever. You know, I'm just spitballing here, but but people appreciate that connection with the person. You know, and so I wanted to share that my personal experience with Instagram and monetizing accounts and doing stuff like that.
Love it.
And so, you know, as you're in your sales for growth, like, is there a brand that you particularly like? Is there a particular brand that you like, man, like, I want to kind of emulate their kind of trajectory, their kind of success? Yeah,
it's, you know, there's so many brands that, you know, it's like, gym wise, there's my, and it's funny because I know these people, like they're people, I have their phone numbers, like, so, there's a gym in, Philly. One of my close friends, Colin, his name's CT, he owns a gym called Power Build. I mean, it's just
their brand is awesome.
Their gym is just, it's stupid, bro. It's like, and he has 3 of them. It's like, what the fuck? Like, it's just like, what am I doing wrong, you know? But no, I mean, it leaves room, and I'm not one of those guys. I'm like, fuck him. Like, why can't I know? It's like, how do I get there? You know what I mean? I'm asking questions.
Love that mentality, bro.
Asking questions like, hey, what do you think of this? Hey, and you know, and then with clothing, there's so many clothing companies that I know that are, you know, friends and whatever, that I'm just like, hey, you know, what did you do for here? What did you do for here? You know, there's tons of people that I know and go to lunch with, or, you know, hang out, or they come to my gym or whatever. So I think it's just being able to have conversations and not acting like I know it all, you know, because I know I don't. Like, I barely graduated high school, bro, so I'm not one to...
But you've accomplished more than most people, bro.
Well, yeah, and I think that is just with, like, in, you know, a lot of people, whatever, have degrees and they do all this, and I'm like, dude, I learned this stuff by just doing, right? Like,
trial and error, baby.
Yeah, you can literally learn how to be a business major and but if you don't do it, shut up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna like, and this is, I hate saying this because I want kids to go to school and I want kids to go to college, but like, if a college professor's teaching me how to run a business but has never ran a business, I'm gonna say, I'm not listening to you. I'm gonna go talk to my homie that is running a business and actually doing it. Like, I hear what you're saying, but you're not even doing it, you know? So, like, I'm not, don't teach me, show me kind of thing, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, the MBA education on business, I'll take somebody with 3 years of business failures versus somebody, you know, who just graduated with an MBA who's never actually put their own money, their own risk, their own dollar. Because it is. I had several businesses that failed, you know, and most people, once you fail,
You give up.
you don't want to. You don't want to try it again. You get burned.
You're gonna go get a job, right?
Yeah. It's like, let me get the job. It's the comfort zone, and you've heard it all the time.
There's nothing wrong with that, and that's you know, like some people just want that security, and that's like.
I think that's exactly right.
I feel for me, it's like I don't want that. I don't want to I don't want to limit myself to. I like that fear. I like waking up to, you know, tomorrow and being like, I could lose it all today. But that's also one thing with me is knowing that I haven't. Even when I feel like I made it, I'm still telling myself I haven't made it, because I feel like so many brands come and go when they get comfortable and they think that they're it and they're the best, and they start, you know, they're getting too like comfortable. Me, I'm like, yo, I'm never. I mean, sure, I'm not gonna take everyone's advice, but I'm never to the point where I'm like, I made it, I'm the best. But then I have the fuck humble mentality where I am in my brain, I'm better than everyone, because I have to think like that to get better. But
and to give to other people, yes. Right?
So it's not like fuck humble, like I'm cocky or da-da-da. It's like, no, for me, fuck humble means I gotta be the best every day. I'm better than you, I'm better than everyone on this strip in my brain. I'm not gonna go around saying that, but for me to get better, that's how I work. Where I gotta do better, I gotta keep going, I gotta, you know, I can't give up, da-da-da-da, like, and that's what helps me. Everyone has their ways of how they want to get better, and for me, that's what it is. But also in the back of my head, I know that I'm never comfortable, and any tomorrow I could wake up and I could.
You're always pushing the success, you know, further down. The more you grow, it doesn't mean you're satisfied, because most people say, like, you know what, once I get to
you're never happy.
100,000 a year or whatever, once I, you know, get these many like brands supporting me, sponsoring me, whatever, these many members of the gym, whatever it is, sell so many houses, own so many, you know, doors, whatever it is. And then people get there, and then some people just cruise there. They don't push themselves enough, and they get stagnated. Yeah, it really is. Like, if you're not growing, you're moving backwards. And then there's other people. I have a tattoo, and it says the word kaizen, and it's a Japanese word that means continuous improvement in all aspects.
Yeah.
That means spiritual, financial. It means, you know, physical. Anything that I think needs improvement. Once I get there, I want to go to the next level.
Yeah.
And it's not like I'm unhappy. I'm just consistently trying to be better, associate myself with like better people.
Yeah.
You know, and so for me, like, you know, I come around here in Vegas. Even Vegas itself is a perfect example of that. Like, have you been to the Fontainebleau?
I haven't been inside yet. No, I've drove
like,
past it.
How cool it is that this wasn't here, you know, 6 months ago, and now here we are. Like, Vegas is consistently kaizen, like, improving itself. Just better venues, better restaurants, better shows, like, better.
Where are they finding space, man, to put this big ass building? But then they do it, you know.
And it's been all the time, right? Like, the building wasn't here, but the space was here. But somebody had to fucking visualize it, design it, approve it, and get it going. And it is an awesome.
I've never been inside. I mean, I've seen videos, but never been inside.
Yeah.
I've been inside the new Resorts World. That was crazy.
Resorts World is good. When it opened up, you know, was it a year or 2 years ago now? Maybe 2 years now.
I heard they're building another hotel or something, right? I don't know.
On the Strip?
Yeah, I don't.
It almost seems like it's always. I do know that what is it called? The Mirage. Like, that one got bought up by the Hard Rock, so they're building a huge ass guitar in the middle of the Strip.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so they're building out like the Hard Rock guitar. That's gonna be sick, because they're demolishing it down and then building it back up.
That's crazy. Yeah, that hotel is just gnarly.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is there something like from childhood that you think like sort of pushed you to your personality?
I mean, yeah, I think also being in sports, you know, where it's like growing up, I didn't have a childhood of like playing with cars or playing with Legos. It was like, I mean, it made me mature a lot faster. So like, which girls, whatever, you know, drinking, like partying, but for some reason I always had to wake up for practice or for hockey. Like, you know, all throughout elementary school, I didn't really have the life of a regular elementary kid. Like, I played select hockey, so I go to school, and then every Friday we were driving to Chicago or Detroit, or I mean, this is like from 3rd grade all the way up to like almost high school, where or like probably 8th grade, where I'm traveling somewhere or hockey, and I can't have a sleepover with my friends or go to here or go to there.
So that's where the discipline came along.
Yeah,
honestly,
I mean that's where like forcing yourself to be good, and you know, my dad was tough on me in sports. You know, it was always like, just make sure you have fun. But for me, it's like, no, I don't want to just have fun. I want to be the best on the team. I want to be, you know, selfish. I want to be the best lifter on the team, or the best person on the team, on the football field, wherever sport I did. I was like, how do I become the best? You know, and I think that's
a great mentality
something
from young age.
being, you know, I'm stubborn and I get into fights with the people on the team because like I'm better, I want to be better than you, and whatever. I mean, that's just, and then, you know, also being on your own at 15, you know, getting kicked out and then getting invited back in. Like my dad told me, you know, hey, he kicked me out and then he apologized, and a couple months later invited me back in, and I said, I mean, I'm probably having fun now because I'm able to like go wherever I want, sleep over. I was, you know,
fucking freedom and
freedom. Yeah, you know, I had a car, whatever. But but at 15, I'm like, no, dude. If I wanna, why would I move back in when if something else happens, you could just kick me out again? Like I'd rather just learn the hard way. And I think it made me appreciate life more, because if I wanted something, I either had to steal it or buy it, you know what I mean? Which I never really was good at stealing. I stole some stuff at the mall one time and got caught, and that was kind of it for me.
That was your
that was kind of it for me. That was my one time like being in a cop car at like 16, you know. But other than that, I think that's what led me to being disciplined and appreciate being like, you know, a lot of these stubborn little kids, you know, getting things handed to them. And I think things would have been differently. Like if I would have ended up going to college, I think things would have been different. Or if I ended up, you know, because then I probably wouldn't have started hustling and just trying to figure out life and having, dude, I don't have any money. I don't have anything. So if I want to get something, I got to work or do
I think
something.
once you're pushed at that level where you don't eat or you don't have it unless you do it, you have no other choice.
Yeah,
and it's that sink or swim mentality, is that fight or quit essentially, where you have to like get it done or you're going under.
Yeah, literally, and that's stayed with me ever until today. I still think like that. Like, dude, I could sink right now. Like,
but your life is good now.
Yeah, I mean, but
you got some comfort.
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm, you know, but that's the thing, is I'm always happy and smiling, and you know, in the back of my mind, I'm like, fuck, I gotta, you know, I don't. There's so many things going on in my life, personal and business. But I want it like, and that's the thing about me, like. A lot of people would rather have less debt, less stress. I'm the opposite. I want a higher car payment, so I know at the end of the month, if I don't bust my ass off, I can't pay for my car.
I see.
You know
so you
what
like
I mean?
To push yourself.
So if it's like, hey, do I want to pay $500 a month or $1,000? Like, well, I'm gonna pick the $1,000. I would like to pay $500, but I'd rather have less money and have cooler things, but working harder to where I know, like,
we can earn it.
This is now I have to do this. This isn't well, I could slack off because I already made $500 today and I could pay for my car. No. I have to do this because at the end of the month, like, I have to be able to pay for this, I have to pay for that, and whatever's extra is extra. And I think that by doing that, you just work that much harder, you know. So
there's a principle of scarcity, they call it. So when sometimes people are like losing money, or they don't have money, or you know, they lost their job or whatever, the first thing that they think of is like, I gotta cut, you know, the higher payment, I gotta not eat out, I gotta do this. And the way I want to reframe it is like, okay, how can I add an additional $200? What can I do that's gonna, you know, if it's a $500 car payment versus $1,000, I don't think about cutting it down to 500. I think about like, all right, what can I do that will give me $250 in 1 month, and I just need to do it twice. Right. If it's selling, you know, a coaching lesson for a week, if it's maybe whatever the price is. Let's say your shirts are $25, you just gotta sell, you know, 50 more, whatever it is, like that. Yeah. You have to think in a way of like earning versus cutting. Yeah, right? Because I think that's a mentality that most people have. They have this scarcity where eliminate, cut, trim the fat, and it's fear-based versus confidence-based. We're like, you know what? I am gonna get the fucking car payment, and I am gonna earn it, and this is what it's gonna take for me to earn that additional $1,000, $2,000.
That's why I don't like to set. A lot of people are like, "What are your goals?" I'm like, I don't really set goals. I I just try to, I mean, I more so don't, I take that back. I don't set like yearly goals. Like I set like, okay, if I know I have to make X amount of dollars at the end of the month, that number is a lot bigger than today. If I'm like, okay, I need to make a minimum of this, and okay, that's 25 or 5 shirts, 3, this, that, then that number's smaller, so it's a lot less stress on me. And then if I just continue to do that every day, then that end number is there. But it's like, because sometimes people see this big number and they get scared. Discouraged. So I'd rather see that small number of like, well, if I do this every single day, that big number does not matter, because I'll get there, because we are good at basic math. You know what I mean? So that's how I and then you just continue to do that. Like because I don't have, it's for me, it's every day is work. So I don't have like Sunday, all that. It doesn't matter whether I'm sitting at home or sitting at the gym or wherever. Every day is an opportunity to make something or do something, and that's also one of my downfalls, is I don't turn anything off, which is like whatever. Was running, which is like whatever, comparing. People want to say what they want to say, and you work too hard, you're gonna burn out. I'm like, well, hopefully when I do burn out, I have enough money to be able to.
But everything is good. There's I heard someone talking about like the 12-week year, and it's basically like breaking down your years into 12 weeks. So like, because if you see like most people don't make their New Year's resolutions, and the more that you set New Year's resolutions and then you don't meet them, the less you want to do it the next year.
Yeah.
But if you, like you're saying, if you set these like smaller goals in a shorter time frame, you'll accomplish a lot more. You start accomplishing a lot more. Maybe your monthly, your quarterly, and I think that helps. That helps with regards to success and the way people view it, and that's what's cool about you. Your success mentality is very unusual.
Yeah, I think anything I do is far from usual, that's for sure. And I'm okay with that, and that's what I'm saying. I'm like, bro, like, what I do might not work for everybody, and that's okay, and it might not even work for me, but right now, I'm just going, and I'm enjoying the process, and why stress myself out? If I want to do that, I go get a basic job and not have so much overhead, and just live a chill life. So, but if I'm gonna do it, I want to do it, kind of my way, and do it to where I'm enjoying it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want all the stress of, yes, there's two, I put it this way, there's 2 different types of stress. There's stress that I enjoy, and then there's stress that I'm just like, dude, get the fuck away from me, kind of thing.
Well, there's one that pushes you, moves you forward. We're driving, and I see like those big tents, and like, we just had the Super Bowl here like last week. Yeah. Like that's so crazy. People are still tearing down, and you can see the strip is still pretty busy right now.
It's crazy. Yeah, I'm like, you can tell it's starting to get nice. I feel like
weather's so nice right now. We're 70 degrees.
I wish Vegas was 70 to 80 year round, so you can still get in the pool, but it gets hot here. But it's dry, so it's not bad.
No, I do appreciate that it's dry, because I've been in Miami and Houston. There's just different areas where it's not
sticky. I'm sticking to your leather, but that's how when it gets humid.
Wait, you don't have the seat?
No, I'm not. I'm saying, I'm not. I'm comfortable.
Because sometimes people come in here and they put the seat warmer. I was like, this fucking guy might have the seat warmer.
I'm saying if it was dry out, even in 70-degree weather, I'm stuck to this leather because I wear these short ass shorts.
Awesome. All right, so I want to do like some quick fire like questions and see what first things comes to your mind. Favorite sports movie?
Man, off the top of my head, favorite sports movie, there's so many, but like it'd probably have to be a football movie.
Which one have you seen like 50 times?
I mean, you got like Friday Night Lights, The Program, Any Given Sunday, Remember the Titans.
Another good one. So football movies.
Movies,
so you put them all together, football movies.
Yeah, as far as sports, I mean, I just watched Moneyball. That was a cool movie with Brad Pitt.
It is a great movie.
That one's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think they both won the Oscar for that one.
Yeah, that movie was pretty. That movie was
in real life too.
I just watched it for the first time.
Oh yeah, that was a crazy story. That's good.
Yeah.
Favorite athlete?
Favorite athlete, bro? I'll be honest, like sports, I don't really pay attention to sports. Like right now, I could not tell you who
plays.
Like
in the past, like Mike Tyson.
I mean, you probably have to go with guys like, I don't know, a Michael Jordan, probably.
Yeah,
I mean, that's just, I mean, it's cliche, but whatever. I mean,
But he is for a reason.
he is, yeah. I
He's
mean,
probably
I
the greatest
think,
of all.
I think him, you know, I like his style, I like his swag. I like, you could have Tom Brady. I think he would be up there too, but I just don't flow with his swag.
Do you like Mahomes?
I think Mahomes is, yeah, he's in today's world, he's probably the best. Like, I mean, dude, he's just, I only watch Super Bowls.
He's a
I'll
beast,
be honest,
man.
and it's just like watching him is like, it's like watching, you have to be up by 40 to beat him. Like, when he wants to turn it on, he's gonna turn it on.
And that's, going back to like his success mentality is fierce. It's almost like, did you ever watch Seabiscuit? That's another like movie about that horse.
Yeah.
And what I remember from the movie is that the horse always had to lose and be behind the first, you know, the first person or whatever, the first rider, and then it would take off.
Yeah.
Like the instructions were actually be like, hey, never be first, always be behind it, and then the horse will automatically have this like,
yeah, he just can't.
fuck you mentality. Like I'm going till the end.
If he wants to win, I don't think anyone's beating him. At least right now.
So that's a good.
Yeah, Pat, he's a dog, bro.
Favorite gym exercise.
Favorite gym exercise would probably be the deadlift, just because I'm good at it.
What's your max? Did I ask you your max?
I mean, in competition, I've pulled 795, which was a world record at the time. In gym, I've pulled over 800. I've pulled 800 plus over 10 times in like my lifetime. You know, under
amazing.
200 pounds body weight. So I've benched over 500 multiple times.
How many plates is that? How many?
Well, so we use for deadlift, if we're talking, because we use kilos, but in pound plates, that's I've just barely missed 855 deadlift, which is 9 plates a side.
Oh my god.
Yeah, well, 45 pound plates it is. So.
Yeah, you gotta have a bar. I mean,
the bar bends. It's
yeah.
snapping. It looks like this.
It looks like that's wild, man.
Yeah.
Favorite female body part.
Favorite female body part.
I'm in Vegas, man. I'm just.
I love it.
I'm
It's I mean, honestly, bro, it's probably just like a booty. I ain't gonna lie,
okay,
bro.
so your booty.
I mean, I get it. Like, I'm also weird. Like, lower backs attract me. Like, skin is very important to me. Like, if they have very soft skin and skin tone, like, you know.
But skin is an organ, right? So if they have messed up skin, they can't really like.
Yeah, there's nothing I can do about it. But
right?
Because
it's
kind of how I am, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Lower back. Sometimes like. I don't know. Weird. I'm weird, bro. Like this is kind of weird, but like. I'll stare at an armpit, like it's weird, bro.
An
like,
armpit,
yeah, it's
not
like
the shoulder. Because I've seen some girls have like amazing, like just.
Yeah,
eyes,
yeah.
like
I mean, I
shoulder.
like feet too, and you know, but it mainly like my favorite body part is obviously a female's butt. You know,
The
like,
booty guy.
is especially in the industry that I'm in. Like, I mean, they're all just jacked, and their legs.
I can bet, like I mean,
The legs
their
are just-
back of their legs.
Their
I can
legs are
only
wild,
imagine.
bro.
That's amazing. And favorite hotel here in Vegas?
Well, I've been in a few. I think my favorite one is, I have not really been in all the new ones or stayed in them. I think my favorite one that I've stayed in room-wise would be the Cosmo.
The Cosmo's amazing.
Yeah.
I love the Cosmo for the room, the atmosphere, and
The
everything.
room was ridiculous. Everything was nice in it. It was just, the Palms place is nice too, but it's just outdated. But I do like how they have the hot tubs in the room and stuff like that. It's just outdated.
Back in the day, it used to be it. It used to be the Ghost Bar, the Playboy Club, everything.
The Ghost
like
Bar,
that was
on
the spot.
the roof.
Yeah,
the Ghost Bar. Yeah. Is that even open?
I think they must have renamed it,
Probably.
rebranded.
Yeah.
Micah, that's awesome, man. All right, tell us one more time where we can find you, your handles, your website.
So on Instagram, you can find me. My personal page is at MICAH_MARINO, Micah_Marino. Our gym page is at Fight or Quit Gym, and then the brand itself is at Fight or Quit Co. Our website is fightorquit.com. We have all our information on there as well.
I love it. You're consistent in your branding, man. I learned a lot about success. I learned a lot about the industry. So I appreciate you, brother.
Hell yeah, man. I appreciate you, man. It was fun to be in a car and doing a little bit different. This is actually my first time in a Tesla. So that was pretty dope. This was fun.
And with
different,
camera.
very different.
There was a minute, I don't know if you noticed, but there was like a cop car that kept following us.
Oh, really?
He was behind us for, gosh, maybe like 15 minutes, man. And when I made a U-turn, the cop car made a U-turn and followed us back again. And I don't know if it was the color of the car or the 3 cameras that are on the.
See, he's probably like,
on the
what are they doing
like,
in the back seat, man?
What's going on over there? Like, what are
Vegas,
people doing?
bro.
Yeah.
Relax.
And so I made sure that, because then he pulled up to the side and I just had my hands on the wheel and I was like, okay, well, I don't know if he was looking at, the LED screen that's behind it because they can't see
That'd
it.
have been cool to get pulled over in mid podcast. What are you doing? We're in a podcast.
Yeah,
What's good?
Sir, do you want to sign that that you're able to?
Yeah,
be
what's your
listed?
Instagram? We'll put you
Yeah,
on there, brother.
we'll add you, sir. And it'd be fun if you had said something. Oh, shout out to whatever.
Yeah.
My daughter and shit.
That'd have been cool, man.
At one point, this is why I've liked it because people do stop it and on the or they say something, and if I have the windows down, you can talk. But sometimes it's too loud, and I would notice that it's as we're driving because of the street, everything that's going on right now. I couldn't bring the windows down because then you start hearing the fucking noise.
Yeah.
You start hearing the fucking noise. But hopefully you weren't like burning your ass or whatever.
No, I'm good.
He's good.
I was just saying if I was in if it was in a place. Trust me, if I was hot cooking, I'd be like, yo,
turn the
is the
shit
air
down.
on? Yeah. Is the air on, bro? My legs are stinking. But no, man. This car drives really smooth, bro. Like it doesn't even feel like
It's super quiet, right?
It's
and if
quiet.
if you want me, I can punch it. You want me to punch it?
It gets down. Oh, damn. Whoa.
What were you saying?
Not expecting that, bro. Wow. I was not expecting that, bro.
I know.
That's pretty crazy. How long does the battery last on here?
About 300 miles, man. I charge it for, at home I could just plug it in my car. It cost me about $8 to $10 of electricity for 300 miles, bro. And if I do one of the superchargers around the city, then it's $20. But look, $20 versus 60 that I would pay for, for a gas car, dude, or 80 or whatever it is. Yeah. So it does help out. This one is the sports model, so dual motor, 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds.
I just felt that. That was pretty wild. They're nice, man. They're a cool car. I love the screen. That's my favorite part.
Yeah, the screen is good and punches.
They have a truck, right? Or they're coming out with
Yeah, the Cybertruck, yeah. I made an order for the Cybertruck 4 years ago.
Are you serious?
And I still haven't received mine. They got over 2 million pre-orders. Is the most
Wait, do you guys
pre-order product in
have to
history.
pay for it up front?
No, my pre-order, but my thing was only $100. So in the first 24 hours, or let's call it 48 hours, let's call it 3 days, who cares? In the first 72 hours, they had over 1 million reservations. Now, multiply 1 million times 100 and you have 100 million. So literally, they said, hey, we're launching this product, this is the thing, who wants to reserve it? And in 3 days, they had $100 million to actually create this product.
Only on $100.
$100, that's all I put down, $100. And now there's 2 million people. So if you wanted to order the Cybertruck, you'll be on a waiting list for 5 to 10 years. That's how big set out this product is.
Is it out yet?
It just came out last quarter. So they're aiming to do 250,000 trucks a year. But when you have 2 million back orders, that means you need to wait 8 years just to meet the 2 million people. That's if nobody ever orders another one. And so now also not everybody's gonna go follow through their order, but still
It's a non-refundable order too, probably, huh?
I mean, the $100, I don't want it back. I want my order. I want the truck.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that's crazy.
I've been waiting for
they
it
made
for
that
4
much
years.
money.
Yeah.
It's funny because I just saw Kanye West did
Super Bowl commercial.
Yeah, and he made everything on his website.
$20. Yeah, $20.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And so let me explain how that one works. So because that's right up on my alley. So Kanye West made this Super Bowl commercial and paid, you know, $7 million for 30 seconds. That's the average Super Bowl
That's so
spot.
crazy.
And then people are like, you're never gonna get that. But see, not only is he getting that, he got, you know, let's say, you know, 300,000 people who visited their website and made orders. And out of those people, now he's got 300,000
New
addresses and emails. So eventually he can sell them anything in the upsell, new promotions, new anything. But not only that, his traffic for his website spiked the hell up. So he got 2 million people visiting the website. Let's say 300,000 actually bought it. And out of those 2 million, you can, it's what it's called, a tracking pixel. You can put a pixel that tracks. So now wherever they go, those people, Kanye's products are gonna start showing. They're gonna start showing.
On ads.
Yeah, on their ads on their phone.
That's the next thing I want to.
And so that's what we do. I mean, we do digital and tracking and pixels, and we do it with the truck. So when you see one of our trucks, we're capturing mobile IDs from everybody that's around here, and then we retarget those people without them having to look for you.
Yeah, that's sick.
So it's a pretty cool, you know,
That would be
sort
my
of
next,
concept.
like trying it. Like we've been around since 2017 with 0 ads on, like, I mean, I consider like a regular post an ad, but I mean paid ads, you know what I mean?
Got it.
Like on social media. I don't know how to do that through Facebook Marketer where it's not just wasting money, you know what I mean? Like you have to be smart. And then there's, you know, there's companies that do it for you, but it's like, I'm weird about trust, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if I don't see an instant, like,
Return on the
return, I'm
investment.
like, I'm not losing money, bro. Like, I'm doing okay now. Why, if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of thing. But I know ads.
It's if you want to scale it, so it would be like this. So easy thing, like you know, for easy numbers, let's say your shirts are $50. So you got to spend $50 to just sell one shirt, and you'd break even. If you continuously do that, it's $50, sell one shirt, $100, you sell 2 shirts, you know, $150, you sell 3 shirts. Even if you are just always breaking even, you're putting your name and your brand out there more.
Yeah.
So even at breaking even point, which you shouldn't break even, you should get a lot more than that. But even on the break even, you spend $50 and you only sell one shirt. You're actually generating awareness of your brand to another person, and every time that person wears this shirt, they're gonna be advertising for you for free. And eventually that person, you know, might outgrow, their shirt gets old, 6 months later you come up with a new campaign, you sell another one. So this is how you gotta think about it when like with Kanye. There's no way he was gonna make $7 million in sales the day of the Super Bowl. There's no way he's gonna do that. But because he's tracking on the website the people that are funneling into his website, he sees where the traffic is coming from. He sees whether people are buying from Japan, Brazil, Mexico, Canada, the US, everywhere in the world. So then when he's doing tours around the world, he knows already where his traffic is. He already knows where people are buying his shit. So he can start now creating pop-up shops or tour dates that are data driven based on people buying his shit in these countries.
That's crazy.
See, it's incredibly smart. It's not, he's never gonna make $7 million in 30 seconds. There's no way you can make that return on your investment. But you create that awareness, and so when you're thinking about these things, and when you finally like move forward and you move in, and you know, you don't have to put $5,000 into it, but when you start dabbling into it and you put $500, you know, you want, I could probably spend $500 and see if I can get, you know, these many shirts sold or whatever, these many memberships. That's how I run it on my personal, where I think like, okay, if I'm gonna spend $1,000 on filming videos or whatever, like I should at least get, you know, one coaching client that pays that, you know, $1,000 a month, you know, out of it, or something like that. You know, you just see it. Those guys over there are our clients. We do their social media.
Oh, the billboard?
Yeah, the billboard before. But you know, and so the idea is that, you know, when you finally look, and then when you're actually spending $50, but you're actually selling 3 shirts, and you're like, oh shit, I made $150. That's
50.
Yeah, like what kind of investment is going to give you 3 times your money on, you know, on a monthly basis?
Yeah.
And then you scale that. Okay, now I'm going to put $100. Now I'm going to put $500.
Finding like, because I've had people like, oh, what do you know, how many sales you make? I'm like, well, we make anywhere from, you know, 200 to 300 a month minimum at our, okay, well, we'll double that. And I'm like, all right, well, let's do it, you know. But sometimes it's like, okay, well, you need to do, I'm like, bro,
Yeah,
I'm like, show me, and then let's like, but it's hard to, you know.
Yeah,
no one's gonna
and also like, you want to double it, but it's gonna cost you the difference.
Yeah.
Right. So
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm like,
yeah.
as long as if I can do, if I have to spend, I put it this way, if I have to spend $1 to make another, like, as long as I break even on that dollar, I'm okay. Like, I just don't want to lose. You know what I mean?
And that's rule business
again,
number one. Never
that's
lose
10
money.
people. If 10 people buy, if I spend $10 and each person is $1, that's 10 more people with product.
So what's the product that sells the most? Shirts, shorts?
Yeah, I mean, I think our shorts do the best.
The shorts?
Yeah, you know, so we have.
So what's a pair of shorts go for?
Our men's shorts are like 45.
Okay.
Our girl shorts are like 37. So
45 and $40.
yeah.
And so let's say you were to sell 10 of them, that's $400. But then you gotta, bring in your margin of cost of how much it took you to cost you to make them and stuff like that. Facebook ads and Facebook and Instagram, they're free if you know how to use them, but you do have to pay for the ad to be shown. The good thing on that, Micah, is that you can set it to like spending $50, on a week. So it'll really just spend like $5 a fucking day. And or $8 a day, something like that. $7 is $50 a day, basically. $7 times 7 is 49. So it'll spend max $7 a day. So you could survive if $7 a day you don't make them, right? And in that way you'll kind of get an understanding. Okay, well, did I sell $50 worth of? Did I sell one pair of shorts? Did I sell two? If you're selling two, you're already making money.
Yeah.
Do
you just do that straight on Instagram? Like you just go?
Yeah,
to,
you can go do it straight
post?
on Instagram. Well, you have to have a funnel that goes back to your sale, right? Like you can boost a post, but unless you have a call to action, and unless you have something that says, hey, click on here to get our $60 shorts for only $45 until the end of February. Yeah. You come up with some. You really just fucking grab your phone and be like, hey guys, I love my gym members. I love everybody that's here. Anyone that wants, our $60 pairs of shorts, we're selling them for $45 until the end of February. Click on this right now, and then that video will get boosted, and then you tell Instagram how much you want to pay for,
So if we have like a huge sale, like, hey guys, we're doing a sale today, then you just boost the post.
Yeah, and you'll pay it, and then you're gonna have to, obviously once people click on the, on your link, you gotta link it so that it goes to your website. The easiest way is that it goes straight to the pay page, so they don't have to look for it, find it, type in a discount code. Like if it just goes straight to the payout page, then people already have their phone. They just fucking
have to put
Apple Pay it. They whatever they can. Most of their credit card info is already registered, so people will just do it. You gotta reduce the friction of the purchase.
Yeah.
With the individual, and that's really what helps. But if you're hesitant, I could just walk you through some steps and kind of pen it down, and
it's just getting the steps going and knowing, that would be sweet, because I know I've done it before, and then I felt like it worked, but I wasn't quite sure, because I was like, well, we had sales anyway, so I don't, it's like, and I know our product's out there, or my
But do people buy it only at your store or your gym, or do people actually go on your website and buy it online?
Majority of it is online. Like
they do online?
And majority is online sales. So we have our gym, but we probably do, I would probably say 80% of our, maybe even more is
wow.
Maybe 80% is all online, because we have a lot of followers. I have 100,000 followers. My partner, she has 50, but she doesn't really, she's not into the posting. She's more into like doing the admin stuff and the nerdy stuff, whatever, like putting the products on site. I'm more of the face, scheduling the photo shoots. And
who's shipping them?
So we do all that at our gym. So we have our GM, she package labels, ships all that stuff right out the gym.
Got it. So that's what you were saying about using your gym as your warehouse and everything.
Is in-house screen printing.
And what are you doing in sales a month in clothing?
Last month we did, in total we did just last month, mean, every month's different. You know, we had a big sale. We had a customer appreciation sale. So this is just clothing, because I have different, like Shopify is for clothing, Square is for memberships, and then I, you know, yes, I'm paying more services, but I like to see.
The breakdown of each. Yeah.
And we did from January 1 to February or January 31st, we broke 20,000 in sales.
In clothing?
Now, that's not profit, you know, that's just what we grew in sales. Yeah, just in clothing.
That's amazing. I mean, you should have good margins probably.
Well, that's it. So I'm always like, as long as I can do $10,000 a month, because the building costs $10K a month. You know what I mean? Just to
But that's paid by the membership.
That's paid by. So if I do, you know, my goal is to do again 10,000 from both, so that I'm hitting 20,000 no matter what. Because then it's 10,000. Then, you know, you have the house, the this, the that. So you know.
So you're covering all your expenses,
all the expenses basically. Yeah, and then whatever's left is just like do whatever I want.
Extra.
Yeah, extra. You know. So.
And you're having
but ideally, it's like if I could do 30K a month in everything, the whole funnel, all my. You know, but that's, sometimes we don't, sometimes we do, sometimes we do more, sometimes we do less. You know, February sucks because it's a short month, so it's like, you know, I mean, at least this month we get, I know sometimes people are like, dude, it's only 3 days. I'm like, dude, but 3 days at 500 or 1,000, that's a lot, you know what I mean?
Do you charge members like on a monthly, or are they on a yearly thing?
No, so
or
we have,
6 months?
it's a month. So we do, I try to steer away from getting people to pay in full. I do monthly, just so it's constant, you know what I mean?
And what's the monthly rate?
So we're $70 a month. So right now we're like,
not bad
so right now we're doing like, if we get, it costs $10,000 to run everything. You know, there's some months where we'll do 15. I mean, there's been months where we've done 15, 20, but that's
in
like,
memberships.
No, that's just, well, in the funnel. So like memberships, day passes, you know, stuff like that. Inside that, you know, yes. We've done, I mean, we typically do around 10 to 12 like every single month.
Consistently. So you never go below.
We've
10,
never
basically
gone below, which that would, then we have to pull from our apparel to pay just for the building. But you know, you got air, toilet paper, this, that. So that's our.
What about employees? Do you take salary?
Well, we pay, you know, right now we only have one employee, so we pay her weekly, but it's not a lot.
The manager?
Yeah, it's not a lot. I mean, it's not a lot. She makes like $400 a week. You know, she works. She's not full time. She'll work, you know, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and she just package labels, cleans up the gym a little bit, and so that's basically it. So
is your girl, not your girl, like your partner, is she there right now? Is that when you're not here?
Well, our gym kind of runs itself. So all the members get a barcode, and they just type in, and sometimes
so they go in on their own.
Yeah,
24 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah,
we obviously got your camera.
Yeah, we have a bunch of cameras, and that's another thing. Like that
gives you full freedom.
Yeah, so cool. I could never go to the gym if I didn't want to, but I do because I want to see the members, and I think they appreciate that. So, and then if I'm there, I have an opportunity to talk to them and to like, hey, did you see the new shirt we're dropping? You know what I'm saying? You need to look good this weekend, bro. You know, just whatever. And then we can, because if no one's there, and let's say like
you sell shakes too there.
We sell waters, energy drinks, stuff like that.
But yeah, if no one is there, that doesn't get encouraged.
Yeah. So, but we are, you know, you could buy energy drinks when we're not there, but like the whole apparel thing is like, that's what I'm always like to be there. And you know, we have a little shop that like, it's just like a stand, and they could buy it. So when day passes come in, hey, how you doing? I'm Micah. Nice to meet you. Thank you. What brought you to Vegas? Get a little personal with them for like 5 minutes. Oh, by the way, no pressure. Just let you know, like, if you know, we do have an apparel store. If you want to see it, let me know, and we'll give you a discount just for choosing our gym. No pressure, fist bump, walk away kind of thing. I'm not like, oh, did you look at that? And then I never ask them again. I'm not like, oh, did you check it out? Because usually they'll either right away be like, oh yeah, let me see it. You know, let's go.
See, man, it's you. You're the attractiveness about the brand.
So that's why I have to be there.
It's cool. I would highly encourage you, bro, that you continue working on your personal brand, because you're gonna grow different things. I highly doubt that this is the only thing that you're gonna be focusing on, because you have that spirit of like more and giving, and as you grow it, like you said, like it could be one gym, there could be 3 gyms, and there could be a fallout with a partner. You start a different brand, and imagine you put all your eggs in your basket on this naming. But it's you're what makes the fucking the brand.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, bro.
All right, bro.